Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Emma. Thanks for joining us again. If you're learning English and want to improve in a relaxed, natural way, you're in the right place.
Exactly. And today we're talking about something that sounds a little magical.
Yes, almost like a superpower.
The topic is, can you learn English while sleeping?
I know. When people hear this, they usually think, wait, what? I can just sleep and wake up fluent in English?
If that were true, Emma, I think we would both be fluent in about 20 languages by now.
Seriously, I would sleep 8 hours every night and wake up speaking Spanish, Japanese, French.
And maybe even Klingon.
Exactly.
But today we're going to explore this idea. Is it possible? Does listening to English while sleeping help? And how can learners use sleep in a smart way to improve their English?
And we'll also share some simple techniques that many English learners use, especially with podcasts like this one.
So if you've ever thought about playing English audio while you sleep, this episode is definitely for you.
All right, let's jump in.
Okay, Emma, let me start with a question. Have you ever tried to learn something while sleeping?
You know what? I actually did try this once in college.
Really?
Yeah, I had an important exam and someone told me, just play the lecture recording while you sleep. Your brain will remember it.
Ah, yes, the famous sleep learning trick.
Exactly. So I played the recording all night.
And did it work?
Well, I woke up very tired. And I mostly remembered that the professor's voice was very boring.
That might be the opposite of learning.
Pretty much.
So let's talk about the reality. Research shows that you cannot fully learn new information while sleeping.
Right. Your brain is resting. It's not really ready to learn brand new vocabulary or grammar rules.
But, and this is the interesting part, sleep can help strengthen things you already studied.
Exactly. In other words, if you learn something during the day, sleep helps your brain organize and remember it.
There's a nice expression for this, to stick in your brain.
Yes. If something sticks in your brain, it means you remember it easily.
For example, this new word finally stuck in my brain.
Or, that song is stuck in my brain.
Oh yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Me too, especially annoying songs.
So sleep helps information stick better.
Exactly.
But here's where things get interesting for language learners.
Yes, even if you can't learn new words while sleeping, listening to English before sleep can be really helpful.
I've heard many learners say they listen to podcasts or audiobooks before bed.
And it works for a few reasons.
First, it increases something we call exposure.
Right. Exposure means how much you hear or see a language.
For example, if you want to improve your English, you need more exposure to the language.
Exactly. The more English you hear, the more familiar it becomes.
Your brain starts recognizing patterns.
Like common phrases.
Or pronunciation.
Or rhythm.
Yes, English has a rhythm like music.
That's true. And when learners listen regularly, even passively, the brain slowly gets used to that rhythm.
Let me ask you something, Emma.
Sure.
Have you ever fallen asleep while listening to something?
Oh, all the time.
Really?
Yeah, especially podcasts or audiobooks.
Same here. Sometimes I start listening carefully, and then 10 minutes later I'm asleep.
That actually shows something interesting about the brain.
What's that?
When you're relaxed, your brain is often more open to absorbing sounds.
That's a good phrase, to absorb something.
Yes, if you absorb something, it means you take it in naturally.
Like a sponge absorbing water.
Exactly. A sponge is a great metaphor.
Children are often described as sponges for language.
Yes, they absorb words quickly.
Adults can do this too, but we need lots of exposure.
Let's talk about a practical example.
Good idea. Imagine a learner named Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Maria studies English for 30 minutes in the evening.
She learns some vocabulary and listens to a short podcast.
Then, before sleeping, she plays some slow English audio quietly.
Maybe a podcast like this one.
Exactly.
She's not trying to memorize anything.
She's just letting English surround her.
That's another useful phrase, to surround yourself with something.
Yes, if you surround yourself with English, you create an environment where English is everywhere.
For example, I surrounded myself with English movies, podcasts, and music.
And over time, that really helps.
But Ryan, I think there's something even more powerful.
What's that?
Your brain continues processing information while you sleep.
Yes, that's called memory consolidation.
Okay, that sounds like a complicated phrase.
It does.
Let's simplify it.
Basically, memory consolidation means your brain organizes memories during sleep.
Like cleaning your room.
Exactly. During the day, your brain collects information.
Words, sounds, conversations.
Then, at night, your brain organizes them.
Some memories become stronger.
Others disappear.
Just like my motivation to exercise.
That disappears quickly. Here's something interesting. Many people say they understand English the day after studying.
Yes, I've heard learners say that.
They study something difficult.
Maybe phrasal verbs.
Then they sleep.
And the next day, it suddenly feels easier.
That's the brain working overnight.
So, in a way, sleep is part of learning.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about some practical tips for learners.
Good idea.
Tip number 1, listen before sleeping, not only during sleep.
Yes, the time before sleep is powerful
Your brain is calm.
and relaxed.
Try listening to English for 10 to 15 minutes.
Podcasts, audiobooks, or slow conversations. Tip number 2, use familiar content.
That's very important.
If the audio is too difficult, your brain might ignore it.
But if it's familiar, your brain recognizes it.
For example, listen to the same episode several times.
That's actually something many successful learners do.
They repeat content.
And repetition is powerful.
Yes, repetition helps language become automatic.
Tip number 3, don't force it.
That's a great point.
Some learners think they must study every second.
But your brain needs rest.
Sleep is not wasted time.
It's part of the learning process.
Exactly.
I remember one learner telling me something interesting.
What did they say?
I said, I played English podcasts quietly all night,
Wow.
but after a few weeks, they stopped
Why?
because their sleep quality became worse.
Ah, that's important.
Good sleep is more valuable than extra listening.
Definitely.
If audio disturbs your sleep, turn it off.
Or use a timer.
Yes, many podcast apps have sleep timers.
It plays for maybe 20 minutes.
Then stops automatically.
Perfect.
Ryan, I have another question.
Go ahead.
Have you ever dreamed in another language?
Actually, yes.
Really?
Yeah, when I was learning Spanish, I started dreaming in Spanish.
That's amazing.
It was a weird feeling.
Did you understand everything?
Not really, but I remember speaking Spanish in the dream.
That's a great sign.
Yes, it usually means the language is becoming more natural in your brain.
Many learners say the same thing. Dreaming in English can happen after lots of exposure.
Your brain is practicing even while you sleep.
Exactly. So maybe the real question isn't, can you learn English while sleeping?
Right.
Maybe the better question is, how can sleep help my English learning?
And the answer is simple.
Study a little,
Listen to English regularly,
relax before sleeping with some English audio.
and let your brain organize everything overnight.
Learning a language takes time.
But small daily habits really add up.
That phrase, add up, means small things combine to create a big result.
Exactly.
And if you listen to English a little every day, you'll be surprised by your progress.
Thanks so much for listening today.
We hope this episode helps you learn English in a smarter and maybe sleepier way.
Have a great day.
Or a great night's sleep.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.